Come on, Bill, hurry. We're gonna miss our plane. Yeah, Dad, hurry up. We only have 2 minutes left. As I heard my family rushing me to the terminal, I felt a stabbing pain right in my chest. I slowed down and I felt like I couldn't even stand anymore. Everything started blacking out around me. The humming and the buzzing of the airport and the planes taking off became just a faded noise. I tried calling out to my wife, Darla, but I couldn't even grasp the air. My whole body went into shock, and I could only hear her desperately shouting, "Call an ambulance, please, he can't breathe." I don't even know how it happened, but the next thing I remember is waking up in a room surrounded by doctors. "I'm afraid your heart can't support your weight anymore, Mr. Maddox," the doctor said to me as I laid there helplessly. Once again, my future life with my family was at risk due to my problem with being overweight. It was one of the most terrible moments in my life. But be that as it may, it was also that day which changed my life forever, because it triggered an unbelievable search that not only transformed and frankly saved my life, but also helped hundreds of thousands others win the fight against unwanted belly fat, anxiety, tiredness, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. This stunningly simple, 100% natural practice has already been proved to work for more than 291,000 people around the world, whose only goal is to become healthy enough to take care of their family and not worry about future health complications. It takes less than 18 seconds every morning before breakfast and every evening before dinner for just the next few weeks. And the craziest thing is, nobody in the medical community knows about it. In fact, even the few people that know about this simple morning-evening refill won't dare say a word about it, since it can make an $80 billion industry go bankrupt in the blink of an eye. This little-known Japanese ritual is dirt cheap, incredibly simple, and 100% efficient, no matter how many pounds you're trying to lose. Before I found it about a year ago, I had tried everything there was to try on the market, up until that time. From low food map diets to keto and paleo, exercising on the daily, intermittent fasting, and I even sunk as low to starve myself and try those so-called miracle pills. But nothing worked. And yet, this refill, as I call it, is like nothing you've seen before. It has been scientifically and clinically tested on over 12,400 initial brave volunteers, and is now proven to work better than any gym program or diet known to man. Once the word started spreading about this incredible solution, in just a few months, it had reached over 291,000 homes all across America and around the world, and has helped each and every one of these incredible people lose an average of 53.21 pounds in a matter of weeks. Because unlike all these so-called diets and fitness programs, this actually targets the real root cause behind all your weight problems. And despite what you've been led to believe, it has nothing to do with getting older, a slower metabolism, genetics, hormones, or any of the other things modern medicine keeps talking about. It doesn't matter if you're 20, 40, or 80. If you're a man or a woman, if you want to lose just a few pounds or tens of them, or just want to fit into your favorite clothes again. In just a few minutes, I'm going to reveal a big secret to you. How everyone was wrong about how to get rid of stress and unwanted weight. Originating from a very ancient Japanese technique, discreetly hidden over the years in a remote village, this solution burns away all of your excess belly fat, helps you fight anxiety and cognitive decay, helps you lower your cholesterol and blood pressure, and rids you of debilitating joint pain. Emerging studies now show it to lengthen your lifespan, and it is the only thing that saved me and allowed me to hold this exclusive presentation today. This shockingly simple secret took me from an overweight 57-year-old type 2 diabetic with heart problems, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure to a young, rejuvenated, and energetic father, husband, and grandfather who lost over 50 pounds in less than a few weeks, taking me from this to this. This breakthrough has the potential to demolish the multi-billion-dollar racket scheme created by Big Pharma, because opposed to what their so-called medicine does, this actually targets the root cause behind all your issues. According to recent findings of top scientists from Orlando Health Institute and Harvard Medical School, the real cause behind all of your weight problems isn't what you eat or how much you exercise, but it's related to a completely overlooked hormone in our bodies, which makes us tired, overweight, and wreaks havoc on our natural defense systems that keeps our weight at normal levels and our health good. So if you're anything like me and thought all this time that it was your fault, I'm here to tell you that there's no need to beat yourself up about it. You can control it. You can fix it. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to give you the key to completely beat this vicious cycle of weight gain. I've been where you are now. I tried keto and paleo, but they didn't work. Exercised for hours daily, still no result. Miracle pills and herbal teas, not so miraculous. No doctor-prescribed solution worked. All they did was rid me of my money and make me feel more and more powerless against what seemed to be an incurable disease. But before I continue this story, I want you to get to know me first. My name is Bill Maddox. I live in Michigan, and I'm a 57-year-old construction worker. I have no medical or nutritional expertise whatsoever, so I'm no different from any person out there. I'm just an honest American who would do anything to see his family happy and thriving. Yeah, I know, it seems strange that a construction worker would be overweight, right? But my specialty doesn't require a lot of physical work. I'm not up and down ladders and not carrying heavy stuff around all day. And I have to admit, I like to eat. All my life, ever since I married my beautiful wife, Darla, I tried to make ends meet, working to make her and my daughter happy. Everything I did for them. But ever since the pandemic started, we started getting less and less contracts, and I was under a lot of stress and pressure, which I'm sure you can relate to. But even then, I struggled and managed to provide for my family. I always put them first. And unfortunately, when I started neglecting my health more and more, I became overweight. My joints started giving up on me, and my blood sugar spiked until type 2 diabetes settled in. After trying everything there was to try, I came to the conclusion that the only thing that could save me at that moment was nothing short of a miracle. And I was truly blessed to have received one. Look, I've known Bill for over 40 years. That's more than some people have been on this planet for. We were best mates in high school and even attended the same college together. After I heard what happened to him prior to his family trip, needless to say, I felt so bad for him. We went to a restaurant to catch up right after he got out of the hospital. He looked pretty out of shape, constantly saying that his joints were killing him and that he feels tired all the time. Fast forward a few months, and I must tell you, that wasn't the Bill I knew anymore. He looked, 20, 30 years younger than when I saw him last? I was shocked. He was radiating all this energy, youth, and joy, and he kept going on and on and on about this miraculous refill that I should try too. Considering that I've been struggling with my weight since my late 30s, I figured, why not? And let me tell you, as skeptical I was at first, it worked absolute wonders. I lost 30 pounds in the first few weeks, more than I'd lost in my previous years of trying useless meds or diets. Now, on top of that, I could keep eating the foods I wanted to. I'm a chef, and food has been my passion for more than 20 years now. Imagine how I felt when I was told by dozens of doctors that I had to give up the delicious, juicy steaks I ate almost daily, replacing them with the latest fad diet or nothing more than salads. But none of that matters now. All that matters is that Bill's discovery gave me a new life. I feel energetic, ready to go outside and enjoy a sunny day in the park with my grandchildren without feeling anxious, tired, bloated, and whatnot. And it's amazing because this saved my intimate life too. My libido is through the roof. I feel like I'm in college again. I can't put into words how grateful I am to have bumped into Bill like that again. I've been a colleague of Bill's for a little over 10 years. He was always struggling trying to keep up with other workers, but he simply couldn't. I know it was hard for him, seeing him complain about his back problems and constant pains in his chest and shortage of breath. When the pandemic happened, everything seemed to get worse for him. Always tired, always anxious. And even though he said he tried everything available on the market, he looked like he got bigger and bigger every time I saw him. One day when I saw him back at work, I actually asked myself, who is this young man and how can he stay in such good shape? Turns out it was just Bill. I couldn't believe my eyes. He was slimmer, more energetic, and no longer tired anymore. He kept laughing and joking with his crewmates, something I rarely saw him doing. Being about his age and struggling with almost the same things he had been for the past 10 years of my life, I absolutely had to know his secret. And he showed me this dirt cheap refill he takes once a day. I couldn't believe that one simple method like this could take away all of my worries, but I figured why not? After the first 2 weeks, I was in awe. The scale doesn't lie. I lost 20 pounds, and I was now finally able to fit in the pair of jeans I loved the most. Not to mention the effect it had on my joints and blood pressure. It gave me the energy boost I needed to get through every single day and still be full of life when I get home. Bill is an absolute lifesaver, and I couldn't be more happy about his magnificent discovery. Now that I've been blessed with this highly potent, 100% natural refill, I think of it as my duty to share it with as many people as possible. You see, my journey started a little over a year ago, when our entire family was supposed to go on a holiday we had planned months in advance. They were all in a hurry, and I found myself left behind, but not far enough to not overhear the conversation between my wife and my daughter. "Mom, can't you do something about it? It's not the first time Dad's weight is dragging us down. We're gonna miss the plane because he can't catch up. I'm still wondering how we can afford all this. I thought he had already spent all the money on food," she giggled. Hearing the words my daughter said about me, I couldn't help but feel enraged. But that started fading away as soon as I realized she was right. I was overweight, and my entire family had to suffer because of it. You want to know what the worst part is? It's not like I wasn't trying. I wanted to become better, not only for myself, but for my entire family too. But I just couldn't do it. It felt impossible. For every pound I lost, I gained 2 back. It was a never-ending cycle I couldn't break out of. At some point, you probably felt the same. Jeans or shirt that never seemed to button properly. Always having to up your clothing size after a couple months. Constantly feeling tired, anxious, and too fatigued to do anything overall. And worst of all, not knowing if you'll be there for your family in the future at all. This realization struck me on the exact day we had to leave for our holiday, as you'll understand in a second. We were rushing to our gate, ready to board the flight, when all of a sudden, a stabbing pain pierced my heart. I slowed down, and I could feel that my body was going to collapse at any moment. I felt my chest tightening, and it got hard for me to breathe. I could feel my heart pounding even in my ears, and I fell to my knees, trying to scream for help. Everything blacked out, and when I woke up on a hospital bed, I was surrounded by my family and doctors and nurses looking at me with pity. Even though I was still dizzy and the images were blurry, I could clearly see that they had been crying. I didn't know the real reason until a doctor came to me and told me this. "Bill, at this moment, you're even lucky to be alive. But your luck might run out in the next 5 years if you don't do something about that excess fat." They thought they lost me, and it was a miracle that I even woke up. I was devastated. And to top it all off, my type 2 diabetes now worsened. On the long list of problems, which included joint pain, high blood pressure, and cholesterol, and fatigue, I had to worry about this debilitating disease as well. But I admit, I wasn't worried about myself. All I could think about were the birthdays I was going to miss, the places I wouldn't go with my family, and all the other things I wouldn't be able to enjoy if I didn't do something about this life-threatening condition. On my 8th day in the hospital, I woke up a little more motivated since I was supposed to be discharged that very morning. But then a doctor came to me and told me that due to some complications, they think it would be better if I stayed there for at least a couple more days, just so they can keep an eye on me. So they moved me to a special wing of the hospital, and that's where I met the person who changed my life forever. His name was Dr. Megumi Namikaze, and he had been sent there as an exchange doctor for a 6-month period from the Yamagata Prefecture of Japan. He was a highly regarded medical expert, with several published papers and groundbreaking research on his record. But actually, this wasn't what excited me about him. He was always friendly and supportive with me, listening to my story, always cracking jokes when he felt I was down. He was there for me from the very start, and his English was spot on. He told me that he grew up with his grandparents on the Okinawa island, and his grandfather always made sure to teach him about plants and their healing properties, since it's one of the birthplaces of ancient medicine. This is how he chose his career path. And when he grew up, he moved to Yamagata to complete his studies. We became very close friends. I kept telling him how this debilitating condition of mine is affecting my personal life. I wanted to be there for my family, but seeing how I was back then, it was impossible for me to live more than 5 years like that. At one point, I practically begged him to help me, asking if he knew any other solution than the useless Western medicine that I had hopelessly tried over the years. He looked right in my eyes, went outside of the room, looked around, closed the door, and then told me, "Bill, it's interesting that you asked me this. Don't you find it curious how Americans and basically most Westerners struggle with the same condition as you? Weight gain, high stress levels, joint pain, and every other related blood problem. And yet for some reason they are all related. And as you'll see, they all have the same cause. I looked at your test results. Where your doctors see an unsolvable problem, I see their very blindness to the actual cause behind these things. I can help you fix this in a way you've never considered before. But before that, I want you to understand what's really happening inside you as we speak. I want you to think about something. How many overweight people have you seen in history? And do you notice that as time goes by, obesity is something more and more common in people? Now, think about this statistic. According to the American Psychologists Association and to the scientists from the well-renowned Data Analysis Institute Gallup, the stress levels of Americans and modern people are at an all-time high. Do you see the pattern? He sighed disappointedly and then continued. Everything is right there in front of everyone's eyes. And it's not that they're blind to it, but they're turning a blind eye to it on purpose. And it kind of makes sense. Wouldn't you suppress the solution for a condition that generates more than $80 billion? Big Pharma would do anything to protect their profits. It's not about genes, lifestyle, age, or anything like that. We currently live in a world where stress is at an all-time high. And it's no wonder that more than 40% of Americans suffer from obesity. If you don't believe me, think about this. Does the name Don Gorski ring any bells? He currently holds the Guinness World Record for the most burgers eaten in a lifetime. Over 32,000. Don says that he's been eating 2 burgers from one of the top fast food chains a day since 1972, and he's now 67 years old. And contrary to what the medical world may say, he's completely healthy. His blood pressure is normal, his cholesterol is on the charts, and he has incredibly low body fat. Now, you may be asking yourself right now, if food is not the problem, then what is? Recent studies conducted by trusted scientists at the Orlando Health Institute and at Harvard Medical School have concluded that the real cause behind all of your problems isn't what you eat or how much you exercise, but it's related to stress. When it's subjected to stress, your body starts to release a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol stimulates your fat and carbohydrate metabolism, creating a surge of energy in your body. However, that's not always helpful. Cortisol is a hormone naturally produced by your body, created by the adrenal glands located on your kidneys. Cortisol is released when you're under stress. This sends your body into fight or flight mode, temporarily pausing regular bodily functions and slowing your metabolism. While this hormone is essential to survival, it can become harmful in excess amounts. High levels of cortisol are proven to cause a decrease in muscle mass, as well as slow down how many calories your body burns. Due to that, your digestion doesn't work properly, making your system store excess nutrients as fat. This is how, no matter how much you try to eat healthy or just less, you keep putting on weight. And that's not the only bad effect of cortisol. Too much stress can cause your endocrine system, including the thyroid gland and the hypothalamus, to malfunction, releasing an unusual amount of hormones that deregulate your digestion and appetite too. Dr. Namikaze concluded, "I was stunned. I felt a surge of rage, disappointment, but most of all, despair. Was there really nothing to be done about it?" I then proceeded to ask Dr. Namikaze if Eastern medicine managed to defeat this problem, thinking about how I had never seen too many overweight Japanese people, and yet, as the good doctor showed me in his research papers, they are still one of the most stressed countries in the world. He smiled all-knowingly, said he'd be right back, and left the room for a couple of minutes. When he returned, he was holding a silk pouch with some Japanese symbols embroidered on it, and he handed me a note saying that I should read it after I'm discharged. "Bill, you are an incredible man. This is why I trust you with the secret that my grandfather learned from his grandfather before him and passed it on to me. But you must promise not to open this piece of paper until tomorrow, okay? Your journey is still at the beginning, but I promise you that you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel soon enough, my friend." And with that, I bid you farewell. He then left the room. And that was the last time I saw Dr. Namikaze. The next day, I was very curious to read about what he told me while I was hospitalized, and it was absolutely mind-blowing. As I opened it, there were 2 things written on it. The first one was the word Tonkiba, and the second one was a phone number to a certain Dr. P. Now, before I continue with the story, I want you to know something I managed to find out about Dr. P. He was a very renowned holistic doctor, and he'd been friends with Dr. Namikaze since grade school. His findings in the field of medicine made him one of the best-regarded doctors in the United States, but he chose to remain anonymous, so I'm currently protecting his identity. We scheduled a meeting to discuss my situation, and I asked him about the Japanese word written on that paper. The word was Tonkiba. You see, Tonkiba was the regional name used in the Yamakura prefecture for a plant named Japanese knotweed, or Polygonum cuspidatum. As I showed it to Dr. P, he yelled in excitement, shouting out, "How did I not think of it? Dr. Namikaze, your genius amazes me once again." He explained to me why he said that. Apparently, Japanese knotweed contains a special element commonly known to us as resveratrol that holds the power to eliminate the excess cortisol, which is what's causing your body to go into stress mode, thus fighting the root cause of your weight gain. In fact, this miraculous plant holds many, many other powers that are capable of helping your body in ways you never thought possible. According to multiple studies conducted by the Oregon State University, resveratrol is an incredibly powerful antioxidant, which supports low blood pressure and reduces the risk of coronary disease. Not only that, resveratrol seems to influence cholesterol levels by reducing the effect of an enzyme that controls cholesterol production. As an antioxidant, it also helps decrease the oxidation of bad LDL cholesterol, which contributes to plaque buildup in artery walls. The same study shows that resveratrol works wonders when it comes to prevention of cognitive decay, type 2 diabetes, and inflammation by protecting the cells from eventual damage, and it can even activate the gene that protects your body from the effects of aging and weight gain. To top it all off, resveratrol can even fight debilitating joint pain, lengthens your lifespan, and according to the National Library of Medicine, has the potential to challenge dangerous and deadly diseases. So it's no surprise that Dr. Namikaze and the people from the village where he grew up were so healthy and fit, even though they would eat high-carb, high-sugar diets, yet still had the lowest obesity rates and heart disease in the world. And researchers doing studies over studies about their incredible health. I was trembling in joy and excitement. For the first time in God knows how many years, I was finally feeling hope building up inside me. With my research and Dr. P's expertise, we started working on a formula that could finally give me back my health and return my body to its normal weight. But I admit, it wasn't so simple. Our key ingredient was resveratrol. This substance was extracted from the purest and highest quality Japanese knotweed, from its roots and leaves. In itself, it would be powerful enough to deal with the high levels of cortisol, but we wanted to go even further. We wanted to obliterate any other obstacles that may arrive. So after thorough research, we decided to add a few more super potent ingredients in our mixture. So while the resveratrol is busy fighting the cortisol, the other ingredients can easily work as a team to help you achieve your ideal weight. We call it the ABC of weight loss. First, we have the alpha-lipoic acid, also known as ALA. This is a substance that your body uses to better digest carbohydrates and generate energy for your organism as a whole. It also works as an antioxidant, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. This bad boy is known to be even better than the most used vitamins C and E, since it works way faster and way more efficiently, and can ultimately help you in your weight loss journey. A study conducted by the National Center for Biotechnology Information shows that test subjects that were supplemented with ALA experienced reduced body weight and fat mass without having to make drastic changes to their diets. ALA is crucial for your digestion, and it helps all the enzymes and the good bacteria break down the nutrients in foods and absorb them faster. Not only will this substance help your gut process everything faster and more efficiently, but studies show that it can also help your brain function better. Next, we have berberine. This plant-based compound has the outstanding ability of activating the AMPK enzyme inside of the cells, which fastens your metabolism, making you lose weight more easily regardless of how much you eat. It is widely regarded as a metabolic master switch, as the scientists themselves put it. On top of that, berberine has anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antiviral properties. It can even help with type 2 diabetes. Now, to the final ingredient of our ABC team, chromium. But not just any type of chromium. We use chromium picolinate, an alternate form that's absorbed way better than your run-of-the-mill chromium, for a faster and a better effect. Chromium deficiency is something that is found in a lot of people and can manifest itself through fatigue, anxiety, and irregular levels of cholesterol. This final element of the ABC group is known to increase lean body mass, decrease body fat, and make you feel more energetic after resting. Our compound is so efficient and effective that your entire body will naturally feel rejuvenated. The combination of these three elements alone is sure to help you on your weight loss journey, giving you a better and faster digestion and giving your body the nutrient boost it certainly needs. But we didn't stop there. At the end of every ABC, there's always a Z, and our Z is quite self-explanatory. We added a perfect dose of zinc glucinate, since too much or too little of it can have the opposite effects. We managed to find the exact quantity of zinc that will help your body digest nutrients in foods faster and more effectively. Research shows that a zinc deficiency can lead your intestines to malfunction, causing an irregular digestion that stops you from losing weight. With this capsule, you'll not only make up for the lack of zinc enhancing your digestion, but it will also help you fall asleep easier and feel more energized during the day. We wanted to create a solution that would not only take care of the digestive problems, but heal your organism as a whole. And that is why, on top of the ingredients mentioned before, we wanted to add milk thistle to help with indigestion and to cleanse your liver because of its anti-inflammatory properties. Banaba, a plant native to Southeast Asia that is known to help with weight loss, cholesterol, obesity, and even type 2 diabetes. And a safe amount of capsicum annuum, a compound found in the cayenne pepper that is sure to help with your circulation, can regulate blood pressure, prevent heart disease, and offer your whole body the antioxidants it needs. In the end, this wonder pill combined all of the natural powers of resveratrol with the potency of the other ingredients in order to create an unstoppable team of elements that would fight the dangerous cortisol hormone, as well as enhance your other bodily function to keep you away from uncontrolled weight gain, high blood pressure, coronary disease, type 2 diabetes, and rejuvenate your entire body. This mixture is absolutely unique, and nothing like it has ever been tried in the history of modern medicine. It is 100% guaranteed to melt away unwanted belly fat, while giving you the energy and complete health you need to enjoy your life to the fullest. This is how Resveratone was created. The 100% natural effective solution to fight the root cause of obesity and stress, the high level of cortisol in your body. Resveratone revolves around the main ingredient of resveratrol, which is sourced only from the highest quality Japanese knotweed. Dr. P made sure of that by contacting Dr. Namikaze, who put us in contact with the best growers in Japan. Only the purest ingredients went into every pill of resveratone. This was our one non-negotiable principle. No compromises. Everything had to be sourced from local growers, who let the plants mature naturally in order to extract the most concentrated and pure ingredients on the market. This is why resveratone is stronger than any miraculous treatment on the market. It targets the root cause of weight gain using the most powerful team of ingredients. It's the result of months and months of research, and every single pill is manufactured right here in the US of A, in our FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility. This is mostly thanks to Dr. P's connections. He helped us find a building with a high level of disinfection protocol that cleaned the equipment every single day with the utmost of care. From there on, we had everything. Locally sourced 100% pure and natural ingredients, the expertise of a medical genius, and an FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility. That's how we perfected this near-miraculous formula. It is 100% guaranteed to eliminate the excess cortisol and help you achieve your ideal weight, while preventing blood-related diseases, reducing cholesterol levels, and even helping with cognitive decay. Join the over 291,000 people who have already become the success stories of Resveratone and their incredible weight loss journeys. Journeys they said they would never have seen the end of without this amazing formula. It's incredibly easy and you can get started today. You can have access to it in the next 90 seconds. If you've been disappointed by the useless, expensive methods available on the market, then believe me, you're not going to want to miss this. Take your life in your own hands and say yes to the only thing that actually works. But before that, let me ask you a question. How much would you pay to be granted the power to turn your life around? How much would you pay for the only thing that has been scientifically proven to work? The thing that's going to take all of your problems away, give you the body of your dreams, and rejuvenate your entire organism. Not only give your life back, but give your family back. The thing that makes you feel happy with what you see in the mirror. After you try on a new shirt or a pair of jeans without spending heaps of money on other useless medications and treatments. Just think about it. Seeing your spouse or your partner look at you in a way they never did before. Because you will look even better than you did in your high school years. Take a moment and think about that. So what do you think it's worth? $5,000? $10,000? $50,000? Many people would even dare to consider this priceless. Even though Dr. P himself suggested that we charge no less than $997 per bottle, only for the effort we put into it. And our very own suppliers said that $597 would be the minimum price just for the pure high-quality ingredients. And while my wife said that $397 would be the perfect price, seeing the positive changes it brought in my life, we're not even going to ask for that much. Despite 291,000 people that said they would even pay double its current price because of this program's effectiveness. But this isn't about the money. I know how you feel. You probably tried everything under the sun, spent years of your life looking for treatments that would help you feel good in your own skin, only to find out nothing helped you. That's why I don't want you or anyone for that matter to go through this ever again. So I'm never going to ask for $997, $597, $397, or even half of that. Since you stuck with me to the end of this video, I want the price to be something insignificant when making the choice that's going to save your life. So, for a limited time only, you can get your very own bottle of Resveratone for a one-time payment of $89. Yes, only $89. But before we continue, I want you to know something that Dr. P mentioned to me, which I consider extremely important to share with you. The average ideal period in which this product works at highest effectiveness in order to normalize cortisol levels is 73 days. The reason behind this is that if you're over the age of 40, this product needs a little more time to work than usual, since your body has been subjected to a lot of stress over the years. No miracles happen overnight, so patience is key here. But trust me, it's all going to be worth it. The formula behind Resveratone is the only thing powerful enough to help you solve all your weight-related problems, while also giving you the guarantee that you won't be suffering from any blood-related diseases too soon. It only needs one thing: 18 seconds of your time every day for just a few short weeks. But here's the thing, Dr. P and I want to help you as much as we can. And in all fairness, we only want to cover the cost of the ingredients and pay our high-quality manufacturers for their honest work. That is why, after discussing it with our suppliers, I'm going to offer you an even bigger discount on the 60-day and 90-day packages. Now, there's one more thing that we noticed during our advanced and comprehensive research period. That is, missing just one day of Resveratone can ruin weeks of progress, so you shouldn't risk running out of it. We will also cover the shipping costs, so you won't have to pay another penny for those. Now, we don't know how long we can keep this up. As you can tell, this formula threatens the whole big pharma-generated industry that's worth tens of billions of dollars. It's only natural for them to do everything in their power to take this wonder formula away from you. So please, grab your risk-free supply of Resveratone while you still can. It's a one-time payment, no hidden subscription fees, and the only side effect you'll experience is finally being happy about your body. And you don't have to believe me for that. Believe the over 291,000 success stories of people who have already tried this product. Here are some of the messages we received so far. Gabe Newton, 54, from Denver, Colorado, told us this: "Stumbling upon this gem was nothing short of a miracle. I was at a low point in my life. The lowest I've ever been. I was struggling with my weight, I was pre-diabetic, and I didn't even know if I could live to see my grandchildren finish high school. But everything changed once I got my hands on the formula. With just one pill a day taken in the morning, I dropped 40 pounds in just 3 weeks. That is outrageously efficient. On top of that, I went from being a pre-diabetic who was prone to heart disease to a healthy young grandfather who didn't have to worry about any health issues anymore. Thanks, doctor." Or Emily White, 49, from Montana, who said, "I was a wreck. My husband didn't even want to look at me. I had gained more than 50 pounds since the pandemic first started, and there wasn't a moment that I didn't look in the mirror and see a monster. I tried going vegan, I tried going keto and paleo and all sorts of miraculous diets and treatments, but with every bite I took, I felt like another half pound was being added to the scale. And I wasn't totally wrong. I kept putting on weight until my doctor said that I was prone to heart failure. This program truly saved me. I am now healthier, slimmer, and I can rock any clothes I want and feel good in my body. Not to mention my husband can't keep his hands off me now. This saved me in more ways than I thought it would, and I'll forever be grateful for it." And Jack Wilson, 60, from Kentucky, wanted to say, "The most devastating thing about being overweight isn't that your joints are failing you with every single step, or that you can't be active without taking a break every 5 minutes. It's that you're not able to take part in activities with your family anymore. I wanted to go on a trip with my daughter and my granddaughter, but when I heard that they wanted to go hiking, I said no right away. It tore me apart, but I knew I would only hold them back. After trying every method available in the market, I figured that I should try this one too, just for the sake of it. I was skeptical beyond words, but boy, was I wrong. This was all I needed. No more joint pain, no more unwanted belly fat, and I can even eat my favorite foods without worrying about the scale numbers anymore. Dr. P, you saved my life." Reading these messages always fills my heart with joy. If you want to become just like them, a happy parent, a grandparent, and just want to enjoy the rest of your life without worry, just click below and secure your package. Once you've selected your preferred option, you'll be taken to our 100% secure payment website, where you can choose to use your credit card, debit card, or even your PayPal. After that, your order will be shipped discreetly and quickly right to your doorstep. What I want you to remember is that you won't find this product anywhere else in stores or on other sites. So this may be the only time you'll ever see it, and then it can be gone forever. Look below this video and make the decision that's going to change your life for the better. And if you're still a little skeptical about it, don't worry. I know it's a lot since you've just been presented with the only thing that can solve all of your problems. It may seem hard to believe it. This is why, to make sure you're 100% worry-free, we decided to add an ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. If you don't experience the results you wanted, or you're simply not quite content with Resveratone, just write to us within 60 days, and we'll make sure you'll get your money back. Even if you used up your entire bottle, it doesn't matter. You will have 2 months to decide if Resveratone is the right thing for you. And if not, you're guaranteed to receive your investment back in no time. Look, not all people are ready to embrace this life-changing formula from the start. If you're one of them, you are free to leave this site whenever you want. But when the time comes, and your joint pain and health problems are going to affect your family life to the point of no return, this site may not be here any longer. And I wouldn't want that to happen to you. So, I urge you to take advantage of this while you still can. Get your discount package now and embrace the positive changes that are going to make their way into your life, turning you into a young, energetic person again. At this moment, your package is secured. Since you're still on this website, someone else will take your turn. And I must confess, there are thousands of people lined up to get their hands on Resveratone. You've got nothing to lose. The only place to get this product is right here on this page, so I urge you to act quickly. Select your package below, proceed to our 100% safe checkout site, fill in your payment details, and you'll get your bottles in no time. I'm Bill Maddox, and I can't wait for you to become one of our many, many success stories. Still here? Amazing. That means I got time to answer some of your questions. Question 1. How and why exactly does Resveratone work? As research suggests, stress is the actual cause that lies behind more and more people being overweight. When you're stressed, the body releases cortisol, a hormone that deregulates the functions of your body and how your digestion and your body absorb nutrients. Resveratone addresses that root cause of the problem, while the powerful resveratrol in this product fights the excess cortisol. The other ingredients tackle the digestion problem, making your metabolism faster so that it can absorb the nutrients and calories faster. This way, your body burns calories correctly, and you start losing weight. On top of that, it lowers cholesterol levels, blood sugar levels, prevents heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. And it can even protect you against cognitive decay. Question 2. Is Resveratone completely safe to use? Resveratone is 100% safe to use, side effect free, because it was designed for all ages and medical conditions. It addresses the root cause of your metabolism problems, which is the excess cortisol in your system. It was especially tailored to help you reach your final goal on your weight loss journey. However, as always, if you do have a medical condition, or if you're taking other prescription medications, it would be safe to show a bottle of this product to your doctor, just to put your mind at ease. Question 3. When should I take Resveratone? We highly recommend taking just 1 pill of this amazing product a day with a big glass of water, either in the morning or before eating, for a quick, effective excess cortisol elimination. We promise it's going to give you enough energy for the day, and it's going to make your body feel as rejuvenated as it can be. Question 4. What if I don't experience the same results? Can you tell me about the guarantee again? We have already seen more than 291,000 people experience amazing results, and the numbers grow by the day. While it may be true that nothing can be a one-size-fits-all solution because everyone's body is different, we want to have this situation covered. That is exactly why every bottle and package of Resveratone comes with a 60-day, no-questions-asked money-back guarantee. If for any reason you are dissatisfied with the results, just return what you haven't used for a full refund within the first 60 days of placing your order. Question 5. How long is Resveratone going to be available for? This is one question I can't answer for sure. History showed us time and time again that Big Pharma isn't going to let anything slide, as long as it keeps threatening their very existence and their margins. They would be willing to spend millions of dollars in legal fees just to stop anyone who would dare get in their way. And it makes sense. Wouldn't you spend that much money in order to preserve an industry that's worth $80 billion? So my advice to you is be quick. Click below, fill in your payment details on our secure form, and submit your order. I can't wait for you to become one of Resveratone's success stories.